Well, today's threat is just the latest in a string of similar calls all across central Wisconsin.
And it has caused no small amount of stress for parents, kids, and teachers, not to mention law enforcement. News 9's Jimmy Sadowski is joining us in studio with how police are responding and the message for students tonight. Jimmy.
Wisconsin Rapids, Antigo, Minocqua, and now Loyal all had their schools threatened over the past few weeks. Police I spoke with today say while each threat is different, both kids and parents need to know just how serious they can be. Multiple schools across central Wisconsin have had police pay them a visit after threats were made, scrawled on walls or on social media, and while so far all have been unfounded, a school resource officer in Oneida County says words matter.
Understand the gravity behind saying things like gun or bomb or knife or any other weapons, because that's not something that should be used lightly or in a joking manner.
Because of how often these types of threats happen, the Wood County Sheriff's Department had to adapt, now working with bomb-sniffing dogs.
And who was deployed today, and found a firearm. So we're finding that to be, a valuable resource. It's just a direction we felt we needed to go just because of the way things are right now, the circumstances.
Williams tells me students who make threats don't always necessarily intend to actually cause harm, instead stemming from frustration or anger and being a snap decision. That's why it's even more important to make sure you're checking in with your kids.
But if there's frustrations with something that's going on in school, to reach out to your administrators and your school resource officers and have conversations.
Active threats can take a toll on first responders too. When there's a threat, almost every on-duty officer from a department can respond, which means they can't always handle other emergencies, meaning there could be a delay in help when it matters most, all because of a false call. If you're still in school or anywhere for that matter, and you hear people making threats about a person or place, police say report it. Even if it turns out not to be legitimate, taking time to make sure could be the difference between life and death. Live in studio, Jimmy Sadowski, News 9, WAOW.
All right, thanks, Jimmy.